On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Creak.
To make a high-pitched, sharp, and screeching sound, especially made when you step on the door, floorboard, etc.
Examples:
Begin to creak. Shoes creak. The door creaked when I opened it slowly.
Pew.
A long bench or seating area, typically found in churches, designed to accommodate multiple people during religious services.
Examples:
Empty pew. Wooden pew. The church was filled with people sitting on the pews, listening to the sermon.
Drape.
To arrange or hang cloth or clothing loosely over something, typically in a decorative way, to cover or decorate loosely with material.
Examples:
Drape a coat. Drape a curtain. She draped a shawl over her shoulders to keep warm.
Baptize.
To make someone officially a member of the Christian church by baptism, equals a form of Christian ritual purification.
Examples:
Baptize a baby. Baptize with water. The priest baptized my father on his deathbed.
Suspense.
A state of uncertain or anxious anticipation or waiting, a feeling of excitement or apprehension that arises from the uncertainty of an outcome.
Examples:
Suspense thriller. Suspense-filled movie. The mystery novel was full of suspense, keeping readers on the edge of their seats until the end.
Christ.
The man that Christians believe is the prophet and the Son of God, and whose life and sermons form the basis for Christianity.
Examples:
Teaching of Christ. Before Christ. Christmas is the day to celebrate the birth of Christ.
Rapture.
A feeling of extreme pleasure and happiness or excitement.
Examples:
With an expression of rapture. Feel great rapture. He gazed at the actor in rapture.
Antichrist.
Of Christian theology, a person or figure who opposes or seeks to replace Jesus Christ and establishes themselves as an object of worship in competition with him.
Examples:
Self-proclaimed Antichrist. Antichrist prophecy. The totalitarian government was often called an Antichrist power due to its oppressive and harmful policies.
Deacon.
In some Christian denominations, an ordained minister ranks below a priest, a layperson chosen to assist and support a priest or pastor in their religious duties, often involved in serving the community and performing charitable acts.
Examples:
Deacon robe. Newly appointed deacon. The deacon's role in our church primarily focuses on outreach and charity work.
Sect.
A group of people who follow a particular religious or philosophical belief system, especially one that is regarded as outside the norm or mainstream.
Examples:
Sect beliefs. Secret sect. The minority sect believed in a set of unconventional religious practices.
Crease.
A line or mark made by folding or wrinkling a surface or material, a slight ridge or fold in fabric or paper caused by pressing or folding.
Examples:
Crease in fabric. Deep crease. The shirt had a noticeable crease along the sleeve from being folded.
Sneak.
To go somewhere, or take someone or something somewhere secretly or stealthily. To steal or do something secretly or stealthily.
Examples:
Sneak a cigarette. Sneak out of danger. The children tried to sneak out and eat the candy.
Dirge.
A mournful or melancholic song or poem, typically performed at a funeral or during a time of mourning.
Examples:
Dirge-like music. Medieval dirge. The mournful dirge played at the funeral brought tears to everyone's eyes.
Clench.
To close tightly or grip firmly, to contract or stiffen, especially as in response to stress or pain, to tighten or compress.
Examples:
Clench teeth. Clench muscles. He clenched his fist in anger when he heard the bad news.
Chaff.
The husks or straw-like material that surrounds the grain seeds, often separated during the threshing process, worthless or useless parts or things.
Examples:
Separate wheat from the chaff. Soybean chaff. The professor required his students to examine the chaff in historical documents to understand the era better.
Disbeliever.
A person who does not believe in something, such as a religion or idea.
Examples:
Persuade a disbeliever. Stubborn disbeliever. Despite the evidence, she remained a disbeliever in the theory of evolution.
Savior.
A person who rescues a people from harm or danger. In Christianity, Jesus Christ, who is a teacher and prophet born in Bethlehem and active in Nazareth.
Examples:
Political savior. Pray to the Savior. The guru of that religion thought of himself as a savior.
Dupe.
To deceive or trick someone into believing something that is not true. To cheat or swindle someone. Noun, a person who has been deceived or tricked into believing something that is not true, often by someone who is trying to take advantage of them.
Examples:
Dupe him into believing. Dupe the public. He tried to dupe me into buying a product that didn't work.
Hoodwink.
To deceive or trick someone by misleading them or giving a false impression.
Examples:
Hoodwink the elderly couple into buying. Hoodwink investors. You shouldn't trust every email you receive, as scammers often try to hoodwink people with phishing emails.
Bamboozle.
To deceive or trick someone by confusing or misleading them.
Examples:
Bamboozle him into believing. Bamboozle the voters with empty promises. She tried to bamboozle me with her confusing explanation, but I saw through her tricks.
Snot.
Mucus produced by the nose, often mixed with saliva or other secretions that can be expelled by blowing the nose or sneezing.
Examples:
Runny snot. Excess snot production. The child wiped away the sticky snot from his nose with a tissue.
Certitude.
A state of complete confidence or certainty, the quality of being assured or convinced beyond doubt.
Examples:
Certitude belief. Certitude theory. I have no certitude about what the future holds.
Burglar.
A person who unlawfully enters a building or other property to steal or commit another crime.
Examples:
Ex-convict burglar. Caught the burglar. The skilled burglar bypassed the alarm system and entered the house without making a sound.
Broth.
A liquid in which meat, fish, or vegetables have been cooked, used as a base for soups and stews.
Examples:
Chicken broth. Remains of broth. I always add a bit of broth to my soup to give it more flavor.
Intern.
To put someone in prison, especially for political or military reasons. Noun, a student or trainee who works, sometimes for free, to get work experience or to fulfill qualification criteria.
Examples:
Intern civilians. Medical intern. The Navy interned ships of defeated nations.
Seam.
A line of stitching or joining where two pieces of fabric or material are united. Also, a narrow furrow or fissure in rock or soil.
Examples:
Uneven seam. The seam on the shoulder. She took the dress to the tailor to fix the torn seam.
Kneel.
To rest on someone's knee or knees.
Examples:
Kneel down and worship. Kneel and protest. The players are kneeling during the national anthem.
Graveyard.
A cemetery, especially one in a churchyard.
Examples:
Graveyard of life. Bodies in a graveyard. The ancestral graveyard was peaceful, with rows of headstones and tall trees.
Pilgrim.
A person who journeys, especially a long distance, to a sacred place as an act of religious devotion.
Examples:
Shrine for pilgrims. Pilgrim site. The group of pilgrims walked in silence, deep in thought and prayer.
Mecca.
A city and administrative center of the Mecca province of Saudi Arabia and the holiest city in Islam.
Examples:
Tourist Mecca. Mecca for surfers. The building has become a Mecca for fans of the movie.
Yearn.
To strongly desire or long for something.
Examples:
Yearn after my old days. Yearn for love. She yearned for the days when things were simpler.
Anyhow.
Anyway, regardless of what has happened or been said.
Examples:
Anyhow possible. Anyhow it turns out. Anyhow, let's change the subject because I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Desolate.
Deserted, barren, or lonely, causing a feeling of sadness or hopelessness.
Examples:
A desolate scene. Desolate moon. The deserted island was desolate and uninhabited.
Swamp.
An area of low-lying land that is flooded or saturated with water, often having a growth of natural vegetation.
Examples:
Muddy swamp. Swamp tour. The lowland swamp was full of dangerous animals and poisonous plants.
Nook.
A small corner, alcove, or recess, especially one in a room or garden, providing a seat or space for quiet.
Examples:
Every nook and cranny. Breakfast nook. The kitchen nook was perfect for coffee and chatting with friends.
Cranny.
A small, narrow opening or crack, especially in a wall or rock.
Examples:
A cranny in the corner. Look in every nook and cranny. The mouse squeezed into the tiniest cranny of the wall to avoid being caught by the cat.
Preach.
To deliver a religious or moral message to an audience.
Examples:
Preach the gospel. Preach to the masses. The pastor preached about the importance of forgiveness.
Evangelist.
A person who seeks to convert others to their religious beliefs, especially through public preaching.
Examples:
Television evangelist. Technology evangelist. The religious evangelist traveled the world, spreading the gospel and winning converts.
Alumni.
The plural form of alumnus or alumna, former students or graduates of an educational institution or program.
Examples:
Alumni network. Alumni relations. Many alumni of our college have become successful in their chosen fields.
Surpass.
To be or do better than someone or something. To excel or go beyond the limits or standards of something.
Examples:
surpass imagination. Surpass $20 billion in sales. The athlete's record-breaking performance surpassed all expectations.
Glaring.
Extremely noticeable or obvious, often in a way that is unpleasant or unpleasantly bright.
Examples:
glaring example. Glaring omission. The glaring sun was making it difficult to see while driving.
Disturb.
To interrupt someone who is trying to work, sleep, etc.
Examples:
disturb the peace. Disturb his sleep. Tourists frequently disturb the island's delicate natural balance.
Dialysis.
A medical treatment that removes waste and excess fluids from the blood of a patient with kidney failure.
Examples:
dialysis nurse. Dialysis machine. Regular dialysis treatments are necessary for those with kidney failure.
Bootstrap.
A loop or strap on a boot that is used to pull it on, a self-starting process, often in IT or business, that is designed for beginning or continuing without external assistance.
Examples:
bootstrap method. Bootstrap framework. Many startups use bootstrap funding to get their businesses off the ground.
Unwashed.
Not cleaned or purified, untidy or unkempt in appearance or manner, lacking in refinement or sophistication.
Examples:
unwashed hair. Unwashed vegetable. The dirty clothes remained unwashed in the hamper for weeks.
Sham.
Something that is not as good or true as it seems to be and is intended to deceive people, a person who pretends to be something they are not.
Examples:
a sham battle. Turn out to be all sham. The data he prepared was completely sham.
Infallible.
Incapable of making mistakes or being wrong, never failing, always accurate.
Examples:
infallible leadership. Infallible plan. The CEO's business strategy was built on infallible market analysis and forecast.
Disbelief.
The feeling of not being able to believe or accept that something is true or real.
Examples:
disbelief in the authority. Ask in disbelief. His reaction was one of complete disbelief.
Prophecy.
A statement or prediction that something will happen in the future, typically one made by a religious leader.
Examples:
prophecy fulfillment, prophecy of doom. The fortune teller's prophecy that I would meet my soulmate next year has yet to come true.
Charismatic.
Having a strong and magnetic personality that attracts and influences others.
Examples:
charismatic chairman, charismatic personality. He was a charismatic leader and could persuade others to follow his ideas.
Unconscionable.
Not guided by conscience, unprincipled, unreasonable, excessively or shockingly excessive, unreasonably harsh or severe.
Examples:
unconscionable behavior, unconscionable decision. It is unconscionable that some companies exploit their workers for profit.
Disrupt.
To prevent or stop something, especially an event, activity, or process, from continuing in the usual way by causing a problem or disturbance.
Examples:
disrupt a well-ordered condition, disrupt sleep. I'm so sorry to disrupt you when you're pretty busy.
Compel.
To force or require someone to do something, to exert a strong, irresistible force or pressure that makes someone act in a certain way.
Examples:
compel a person to submission, compel attention. The strict deadlines will compel the team to work efficiently.
Renounce.
To formally declare one's abandonment or rejection of something, especially a belief, claim, or right, to give up or relinquish a particular status, title, or position.
Examples:
renounce a claim, renounce citizenship. He renounced his title and lived a simpler life as a farmer.
Overwhelm.
To defeat someone or something by using a great deal of force, to have a strong emotional effect on somebody.
Examples:
he was overwhelmed with gratitude. Overwhelm opponents by numbers. Too much variety may overwhelm and confuse viewers.
Whisper.
To speak very quietly to somebody using the breath rather than the voice so that only those close to you can hear you.
Examples:
answer in a whisper. The whisper of the leaves. He took me aside and whispered in my ear.